What up, boys and girls? It's the Ill-Advised Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Chris, along with my co-host,
the Gabe,
and my other co-host,
I'm Jared.
We're going to answer some people's questions. We may even give you our opinions on a few things. And if you're lucky tomorrow, you're going to wake up forgetting every damn bit of it. Stay tuned. This is the Ill-Advised. All right, guys, this Facebook Live topic is coming from Crystal. Store closings.
Ooh, there's been a lot of store closings lately. It's like, I think Amazon's killing everything. Amazon's killing, like, the storefront.
They are.
Like, Bezos is coming after Jeff Bezos.
Oh.
They traded. I think Amazon just hit. They are now on top. Once it was Apple, then Microsoft got it. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I'll internet it, but I think Amazon now is traded at the highest that any other store has been traded.
Well, Apple was the first one to hit $1 trillion market.
And then Microsoft right afterwards?
No. So it was Apple, and then Amazon did it right after.
Right.
Wow. But Apple was first at $1 trillion company.
Yeah.
Jobs got you, Bezos.
But
How you feel about that?
For how long? And Amazon's been around for how long?
Yeah, the Titans.
That's true.
So who they put out?
I've heard Kmart's shutting down. Hastings, FYE, Toys R Us. Toys R Us is a big one for me.
That was huge.
I want to be a Toys R Us kid.
I do too.
You know, like, I walked in there when they were closing, and like they had the whole like discount signs, and there was this odd sense of lack of appreciation.
Okay.
Every employee there were of the age of like 16, 17 years old. They absolutely have no intimate connection to Toys R Us like we do. And they're sitting there like, you know, we're just here. Yeah, I heard they're closing. Like, you're not impacted by this. I am. I'm impacted by this. I saw the Power Rangers at Toys R Us.
Oh, yeah.
They came to Toys R Us, and they were and I was able to get me the Jason Power Ranger. You push the button, and the head flips out of its chest to the helmet one.
Yeah, that's right.
At Toys R Us.
No, I remember that. I remember that very vividly.
It's so sad.
It is. I mean, that's where you went, like, as a kid. Like, you get money for your birthday. You want to go to Toys R Us. That's where you go. That's where all the toys are. Toys, they are. Toys are they.
They are Toys R Us.
R Us toys, are they?
R Us what? Toys?
It was like the secret compound of anything and everything. Anything was possible there.
Oh, yeah.
It was a maze of opportunity.
That's like a kid's church.
Well said.
Yeah.
But I didn't always walk out of there with something, though.
No, hell no.
No.
That's what made it even better. Because you walked in and you'd leave and you'd be like, next time. Next time I'm going to get
why'd we even come, Mom and Dad?
And they are like a little bit pricier than, your average other, stores and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But
it's the experience.
Yeah, it was the experience, and they had the variety that other stores didn't have.
Yes.
You know what I mean? They had it all. They had the biggest assortment of every concept.
That's where I got all my Legos from. All my Legos. Loved Legos. And the G.I. Joe dolls.
Yes.
Do you remember the G.I. Joe dolls?
Yes, I remember the G.I.
ones?
Joe dolls.
Oh, yeah.
Is that where you got them at?
Oh, yeah. We had an entire army.
I was able to get like 2 of them, and it was my own little collection. But like I knew it would never rival against you and your brothers. I had like the basic guns, and I used to sit there and be like, "We're nice. We may not be many,
but we are a few.
But we are a few." It was always
the proud, the G.I. Joe.
You always had the cool out. He had the cool outfits and everything. He had like different country outfits, and I always felt weird changing them. I'm like, oh, shit, nobody looking at me. But I could never get their boots on. Their boots were hard to put on.
The boots were hard to put on. They were even hard to get off without pulling the foot off the doll.
You were out of luck if you had a foot stuck in there.
Yeah.
It's like getting a cork in the wine
Game
bottle.
over. Throw it in the fireplace.
Finish him. No, like, what I'm really upset about, man, is like, we used to have a Hastings here in town. I'm sure you all remember that. But I miss Hastings, man, because you used to go there and you don't have to sit there and like scroll through a freaking screen to like rent a movie or find the music you want.
Yeah.
Everything is in there. It's categorized.
Yeah.
It's a selection. They had toys. They had snacks. They got magazines.
It was a one-stop shop.
It was a one-stop shop. It's like Walmart, but for entertainment.
You're the only person I've heard that made like a Redbox or Netflix sound more difficult than actually driving to a store and
This is
renting
true.
a movie.
It is. I'm old school.
It's just impersonable.
It is.
It's just not. not very sociable.
You don't have to leave your house to watch Netflix.
Yeah, but like I want to go out and I want to be like back in the old days. I want to go rent the movies. I want to buy the popcorn and the snacks.
Like you had like the really overpriced candy that
Yeah.
only had like 12 pieces in it.
Yeah, I want to go do that. That's like the experience. You know, it sounds a little bit ridiculous because I'm kind of broke, but that's the experience. That's the experience.
Maybe that's why.
Yeah,
Yeah, like you bought too much overpriced Twizzlers.
probably. I still do.
Gabe just wants to go rent a VHS of Jurassic Park, buy him a Creed CD, go home and enjoy it.
Yes.
Well, we're in a pair of Birkenstocks. You know, they did have, you know, our Hastings, the one that you speak of, had that one, the movie selection, right?
Yeah.
And it always had, that I could remember before they closed, like that first wall was like all of like the new release, right?
Yeah, and then it got like crappier.
Yeah, then it's like not so new, kind of, it's about to get dropped off.
Yep.
Yes. And
like,
you'd always like see that one person next to you looking vigorous, and you're like, what the hell is he looking for?
I used to race people.
You knew they were there because you knew on Tuesdays they released the new movies. Why Tuesdays?
I don't know, dude. They do the same thing with like music too. I never got it, but on Tuesdays I was there. Like as soon as Hastings opened at 10, I was there at 10. I would like leave work and be like, oh, I gotta go start my car. I'd make it an excuse and I'd go to Hastings or whatever and buy my music or rent my movie because I wanted to make sure I had the first one.
You know, anytime I always saw anybody like way in the back, something in my head was like, they're either looking for a movie or they're looking at porn. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Like, they're looking
the porn
for
cover.
a porn.
The covers, man.
Oh, yeah.
That was the best. It would always have like the most going on that showed you really nothing.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Sexually suggestive.
Yeah, dude, I'm talking like, man, there's a lot going on to this, and there's really just nothing. But it was so good.
Oh yeah, that's the thing about like Hastings, man. It's like you get like the softcore stuff. You know, they don't give you like the hardcore stuff. They give you. Just
I was
the
looking for
taste.
new release family movies. I don't know what you were looking for.
Oh, I thought we were talking about porn.
Nope, just you.
Oh
Wow.
my bad.
Do you want us to help you out of that hole?
I'll be quiet.
So, like, we would get there, and I was also that guy that would, like, scout the return bin. So, like, you'd see the guy go out there to go get the movies returned, and you'd kind of have, like, a nonchalant reason to be up at the front, and he'd be like, can I help you? Nah. And he'd be like, I'm going to be a while. Like, bastard. Just tell me, do you have, fill in the blank. And then, they have to rewind it. And I'm really dating myself right now, aren't I?
A little bit.
So, how has your life been impacted since Hastings closed?
It sucks. It does. Like
You can't go talk about overpriced popcorn and movies.
I would get bored and go to Hastings just to look because I wanted to see what they had.
Yeah.
Every time I went there, it was like Walmart. It's like there's always something different you can see, and I miss it.
I used to go there to get my Trans House Mix Volume 35, 6, and 7.
Heck yeah.
And you'd always have, you're no shortage of people playing board games out there
for
to
sure.
the right.
All the Dungeons and Dragons guys.
They had everything, man. They had that coffee shop that I never once went to.
I love that. That was my favorite place.
Why? Because of the Wi-Fi? No, they didn't even have Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi wasn't around then.
Yes, they did.
They did?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
We
sorry.
used to have a Wi-Fi hotspot.
And they just have these chocolate shakes there. I don't know if you ever got those. They're like a frappo, like ice kind of thing. Oh, they were so good.
I've never had a Frappadusha latte, whatever, in my life. I don't understand it. I like Folgers Classic Roast. Just coffee.
Yeah, just plain.
Black.
I get black.
Oh, I hated it. I didn't get it for the coffee. Just got it because it was sweet. It tasted good.
I'd have to say the store that I miss the most. No, I don't miss the most. I'm probably glad they don't have it. It was at Montgomery Ward's. My parents would drive there.
What?
Every weekend.
Why?
Because there was always like bargains and stuff. It was the longest trip.
When you were young?
Yeah. It was like the longest trip, at least when you're little, to the Montgomery Wards to go buy something that you were never going to get to enjoy. Because I never got it. It was like bedding or decorative stuff. I'm so glad it closed. That's one store I'm glad closed. I hated that
I was
place.
going to say, why would you be excited to go to Montgomery Ward's?
The highlight was to be able to go and look at the Sega games that were on display out there by the Lawn and Garden area.
It's a outlet mall that we used to go to all the time when we were kids, especially back to school shopping. We'd go to Gainesville, we'd go to these outlet malls, and like the food court was huge, and this place was just bustling and awesome. They had a Cinnabon in the food court. Just they had a Bugle Boy, they had Reebok, they had Nike, they had everything you could think of. They had some liquidated toys bullshit. Like, I had fond memories, and then now every time we drive by it, like, it's abandoned and shut down. And actually, me and Crystal stopped one time just to kind of walk through and look at it, and it was just, it was still open at the time, but it was, like, on its way out.
It was like JCPenney's outlet, and that's it?
I was going to ask, was it a historical marker?
Like all the stores were empty. They were all completely emptied except for a couple of stores, and it was sad. I was depressed, and that was my childhood.
It's like you felt responsible.
My childhood was snapped like Alan Hearn's ankle.
You know what it felt? You know what it felt like? It felt like a Sunday afternoon, about 5:30. The sun's starting to set, and you got homework at school the next day. That's what it. Is that what it felt like?
Isn't that the most sinking feeling?
Yeah.
Even now, it's like it's 5:30 on a Sunday, and you got to go to work tomorrow.
Yep.
It was like, ugh. I feel sick all of a sudden.
The only thing that's worse than that is when you get into bed before the day ends, because that's when you know you're going to close your eyes and tomorrow's here.
Yeah. You'll stay.
It's kind of how Kmart felt when they got closed on.
Ooh, ouch.
No, they're actually in the process of closing, and Sears, right? I think they had an opportunity to actually save themselves, and someone was going to buy them out or something to that effect.
I'm not sure.
But they're out. All right, we're going to take another one from Fallon from our Facebook Live. New Year's resolutions. Has anybody quit theirs yet?
I didn't even make any.
I've quit too.
I didn't even make any. There's no point.
You quit your New Year's resolutions?
Well,
I thought you're supposed to start.
Coming from the guy that says my New Year's resolution is to quit smoking while he's smoking a cigarette on January the 8th.
Yeah, this is true.
Who are you talking to?
He's making progressive steps. They're small cigarettes.
They are. They're small.
He's smoking Misties.
He just has to buy more. All right. So Jared, did you make any New Year's resolutions?
Oh no.
Why not?
Because it's dumb. It's a dumb tradition. Go to a gym the day after New Year's. It will be packed. Go to a gym a week later. Crickets. Nobody's in there.
There's probably a few people still in there.
I mean, maybe.
This is probably when avid gym goers take their break.
I would assume so.
I would imagine they would. They would be frustrated. Yeah. All of their normal stuff is just completely blocked by people who don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, break out the yoga mat at home.
Yeah, Gabe.
God, why are you going to point the fingers at me on this one?
Because you wanted to do yoga.
I didn't say yoga. I did. Wow. I did Taibo once.
So what's your New Year's resolution? They had like
with Billy Blanks?
Dude, Ryder High School actually did Taibo incorporated into their PE classes.
Really?
Yeah. Ryder High School's or our high school's PE class, yeah.
No, I didn't know that.
Let's teach y'all how to kick each other's ass.
Really? So since Jared just said no to New Year's resolutions, what'd you do, Jared?
I didn't do anything.
You got to do something.
I was asleep by 10:30. Seriously, I didn't watch the ball drop. I didn't even kiss Crystal at midnight because I was asleep, and she was asleep. New Year's, it's not a big thing for me. New Year's is an amateur night as far as I'm concerned. Like every 21-year-old, that's their night to go out and act absolutely stupid.
They were prepping December 20th for that night. They were getting stuff bought, party favors, bar reservations.
Oh yeah, I'll bet like Fireball and Patron. That's like their best night.
All right, Gabe.
Yeah.
Any New Year's resolutions for you?
Well, I had a couple. They haven't worked out yet. One of the things that I wanted to start doing was I wanted to start getting a little bit healthier. You know, I've been a little bit lazy here the past couple of years.
Yeah.
But you know, I got this motorized bike in the garage. It's a mountain bike. It has a 80cc motor on it. You know what I'm talking about?
I remember I had to help fix the wheel.
Yeah, you did. It was really good.
It was pretty impressive.
But I've changed the wheel a couple of times on the things ever since.
Are you implying that I did a bad job the first time?
No. I'm implying that I'm getting better at my wheel changing skills.
Should you have to change it that often? Maybe it's your riding skills that are.
It could
be. Maybe it's your riding skills. No, okay, but you are getting better.
Yeah, I'm getting better. Like I've been wanting to ride my bike like more because like it's healthier instead of driving. Like, and honestly, I would prefer to ride my bike. You know, even though it's got a motor on it, I would still pedal. You know, but if the weather
permitted.
Yeah, that's the word.
People in Portland, Oregon ride bikes too.
People in Oregon ride bikes? Well, that's good.
Denver, Colorado. They got designated lanes and everything for them.
Do they? Mm-hmm. Well, I should make a trip up to Colorado.
Absolutely.
I would love to go to Colorado.
However, I don't know. I think you'd be probably taking steps backwards. That you have a motor on yours. It doesn't seem like...
Yeah, but it still seems like I still go slow. Like I see those hotter than hell like riders, like those guys who like ride like all the time professionally, and I'm sitting here like, and then they go... Right past me. I'm like, Jesus. So I'm like, here I am all cool going fast. I think I feel cool passing this 12-year-old kid, and here's this 50-year-old guy.
Gabe's bike is more of a statement. It says, I care about the environment, but also, you.
So, like on the 100 Hill Hundreds, and for those that know, it's like a huge bike race. 100 miles, right?
Yeah.
100, is it 100 miles?
100
Yeah.
miles, yes.
Okay, could you
During
imagine?
the middle of July
Yeah. Do you imagine
in Texas.
showing up to that in your motor? And like, you're about to get ready to go. And you're like, on your mark. Gets it.
I'd still be in last.
How many pissed off people would you be? I mean, you would just make so many people mad.
Oh, dude. That
Good bike you got.
Yeah.
I just want to see you in one of those biking suits.
I would wear it just to look sexy. Like, I don't think, like, I would, like, sport it, like, personally, like, because it just doesn't fit my taste.
Well, yeah, you don't see people show up to the office in a bike suit.
Well, you know,
What are you talking about?
I see people
I'll take
like
2 for
shopping
Bird
and
Box.
Maybe they roll their bike.
I'm going to get in my pajamas. Also, my bike suit.
I need 5 unleaded for my bike.
I've done that. I've been like, let me get 2 in gas. What you need it on? I need that gas can for that bike right there.
You just pull out a bunch of change out of your pocket and throw it on the counter.
I do it all the time.
Oh, good God.
Oh, man.
What other resolutions do you have?
That was it.
So-
Just to get healthier.
Everybody wants to get healthy. That's always an aspiration everybody wants. But I wanted to learn Spanish fluently.
You already.
I do speak a lot of Spanish and I understand a lot of Spanish, but I'm not fluent. I'm not.
You're kind of a coconut.
I am. There's a lot of white inside me. But
Wow.
I just made my own racial joke to myself. You know what? You know what? You social justice warriors, it's okay. I made fun of myself. It's been fun.
I was just going to ask, what have you and Felicia been doing?
But I work with some guys that speak fluent Spanish, and they've actually been really, really helping me. They've just completely boycotted speaking English around me. Like, legit.
Yeah.
They're just like, I'm done speaking English, dude.
Well, good. That's the best way to learn.
It's a learning technique, exactly.
Yeah, Rosetta Stone does. It's just as helpful and not so aggressively contradictive. But
So you did do the Rosetta Stone thing?
I did the Rosetta Stone once, bought the box and had the headphones, and I kind of did that. But it was frustrating because they went over a bunch of stuff that I learned when I was 5, and basically it was just the foods and the numbers. But, you know, I just didn't have the patience and or the money to spend to get to box 15 and 20.
Right.
Which is really where it was all at, the meat and the potatoes. I just need to learn more Spanish, man. I just want to be able to have a coherent conversation, just make people think I'm not lying.
I always want to kind of learn. I've always wanted to learn like different languages, like Russian. I think that would be a cool language to learn, or French, something like that. French, you kind of, get all romantic and like that. But like a minute and a half into the quote unquote lesson, and I'm just like, what the? I can't say any of this.
You see, you can't learn French and speak French without sounding like a stuck-up asshole. You just sound like an asshole, you know? It's like, you're like, hey, you know, what's up? What do you need? Yeah, parlez-vous français. So is that a no?
There's a funny scene on Super Troopers 2 where they have to go to Canada and they're posing as like Mounties that speak French, and they're talking about he says the key to life. He's like, do you know the key to life? And I'm like, what now? He's like, happiness and your asshole. And they're like, what the hell? It's like, happiness and your asshole. Happiness, like happy, like what? I was like, oh, happiness. Happiness in what? And your asshole in your home, your household. Happiness in your household.
What language was this?
It's French.
No.
You gotta love French.
It sounds Chinese.
Happiness in your asshole.
And then Russian just
You don't
sounds
even
too
have
aggressive.
to censor that because it's not bad words.
Yeah, our Mr. Producer, he's saying happiness and household.
As long as we clarify it.
So in Russian just
is a
sounds like
PG
you're
show.
mad. You're like, Mother Russia.
But like
But I don't know enough Russian to even pretend I know Russian.
Russian mobsters just sound like bad.
I'm serious. Eastern Promises.
Eastern Promises. I was just about to say that.
But I beat you to it.
You did.
Good stuff, man.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I wanted to give you an impression of like my Russian mobster.
Go for
hear
it.
it.
Go
Let's
for
hear
it.
it.
Let me hear
All right. You meet me in Bekov Bar. and then we talk business.
It's actually really good. That's pretty good. I like it.
That's pretty good, Gabe. Can you do it again, but a little bit more Russian?
Meet me in back of bar, and then we talk about the business. How about that?
You know who he sounds like?
Boondock Saints guy.
He sounds like no, that guy's Italian. He sounds like the guy on Bruce Almighty that he's interviewing in the bakery or whatever.
He's picking his nose. Oh, okay. Speaking of Russian again, and this political atmosphere and environment, we shouldn't say anything Russian related. But
oh god, I'm
serious. I'm the biggest patriotic guy you can imagine. Okay, I love my country, but the Russian national anthem is a badass song. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, but like in Russia. Hold on, almost done. Dude, there's a scene. There's a YouTube video where Putin is just like, all 4'7" of him. He's just sitting there and he's all stoic looking, and like it's just such a. You just get chills. You're like, that's why y'all guys are bad. Because it's
kind of off topic. It's Russian related, but I heard a story. I don't know how true it is. It's probably completely untrue. But Robert Kraft, the owner of the New England Patriots,
I don't know who that is.
I don't either.
He's the owner of the New England Patriots. I just told you. Anyway, so he has several Super Bowl rings because Tom Brady. He met Vladimir Putin one time whilst wearing 1 or 2 or 3 or 5 of these Super Bowl rings. The story goes, Vladimir Putin asked to see the ring. So Robert Kraft took the ring off and let Putin see it. Putin tries it on, looks at it, and he says, "Do you know how easy it would be to kill a man with this?" Walks away with the ring.
Shut up.
That's the story. I don't know how true it is, but it's very fitting of, I guess, Putin's.
How did we get here?
I don't even know where we're at.
Oh, you started talking about the Russian national anthem.
Oh, no, the Russian language. Russian language.
Yeah, I was just seeing.
I would not mind learning. My sister-in-law actually speaks a little bit of Russian.
Really?
Yeah, she learned it.
That's cool.
Nice.
You want to talk about an angry language? You get German.
German just.
Hey.
German sounds like they're constantly yelling.
Yeah, Germany.
You know how to say, do you speak German?
Sprechen
Sie Doich? Like it just sounds like you're ready to kill people.
It feels like you automatically apologize. Like, I'm sorry for what? I don't know, but I'm just like I needed to apologize. Squeaky the Doich?
Squeaky the Doich.
Sound like Squeaky the Doich.
Squeaky the Doich?
Is that what you said?
He said Squeaky the Doich.
Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
Sprechen Sie Deutsch.
See, I'm sorry, man. I don't know what I did, but I apologize.
Roll your tongue. Sprechen.
Sprechen the Deutsch.
Hold on, producer Anthony wants to say something.
I'm laughing over here. I was like, him roll his R's? He should know how to do this.
I do know how to roll my R's.
That's why he's still learning Spanish from his coworkers.
No. I know how to roll my R's.
Say, "Okr."
What?
Okr.
What is that?
Okay.
That's what Cardi B says.
Who?
Cardi B. She's really cool and really popular.
I don't know who that is.
I don't either.
She's a rapper.
I don't
listen to rap.
Yes, you do. I listen to Lean Like a Cholo.
Yes, I did back when I was a cholo.
A cholo? No wonder you're having to learn Spanish But you can say Carlos perfect.
I can say Senor Garza.
Senor Garza.
Oh, man. I've got to tell the story. So we were...
No, don't tell the story.
We were meeting with...
He's going to tell the story.
We were meeting with a few people.
We won't get into the specifics.
And we were meeting with a few people for a, I guess, a business
get-together.
A get-together, whatever you want to call
any
it.
further than that, it's going to sound like a scheme.
Well, all I'm saying is just join my pyramid scheme. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, so we were meeting with a few people, and it was like 3 white guys and a Hispanic fellow, and
it was in a bar.
And Chris goes down the line, and he's like, "Hey, Jeff." Like, what's going on, Kevin? Like, slapping hands, shaking hands. hey, what's going on, Robert? And he gets to the Mexican dude. He's like, what's up, Carlos? I'm like,
It was not Carlos. It was Jose.
Jose.
His name was Jose.
Jose.
Because there's
Like,
he
he channeled his inner Santa Ana, and it just like exploded out in the most typical
this is
Spanish accent.
this is the frustrating part. It's like speaking it wrong on purpose, because when you speak it right, it sounds unnecessarily correct. You know what I mean?
I just want you to conform to my standards.
It's gonna be like, it's okay. For instance, saying Gabe's last name. How do you say your last name?
Godino.
Okay, you sound like Siri in my car. Like when I say, when I say call Gabe Godino, it goes calling Gabe gotta know. That's what it says for you. But it's like, it's hard to say things wrong on purpose. It's like Jose or Jose. But of course, according to Jared, I got on one knee and presented it. Banjos, sombreros. I'm like, aquí está Jose. Bienvenidos a mi casa. Call now. 1-0-0-4-5-6.
There's roses being thrown at you. And
You know, like gritos in the background, rose petals in the candles are being lit. We had tacos that night.
And tamales.
But you got to understand where I'm coming from. Like I was created in a Caucasian lab somewhere. I'm like Scottish, Irish, English, Swedish. Like there's absolutely no like olive skin or like ethnicity in my blood.
They took 4 white crayons and said, here, let's see what comes out.
Hitler would have been like, this is my guy. Like this is
Oh my God.
this is who I've been looking for.
Oh my God.
But
It's so bad.
I don't know, spices and things like that don't come naturally to me.
Cilantro just makes him cry looking at it.
Basically.
Cilantro? What is that? What for?
Cilantro?
All right, Sex in the Morning.
Sex in the morning.
Sex.
This one was by Raquel. Raquel or Raquel?
I believe it's Raquel.
Ra or Ray? There's a big difference.
Raquel, not Ray. Don't call her Ray.
Raquel.
Raquel.
So Raquel?
Like Raquel Welch. Like
No, there's a difference. There's Raquel or there's Raquel.
I'm pretty sure Raquel is something.
And then there's Rotel.
I'm pretty sure Raquel is like a pan lining.
Get Raquel.
Raquel.
Okay. Are
Holy
you sure?
Raquel.
Are you sure? This Facebook Live topic comes from Miss Raquel. Sex in the morning.
Oh, 6 in the morning.
Sex in the morning.
Oh, it's so sweaty.
I don't even feel like we could say. Can you imagine an NPR radio station talking about sex in the morning?
What's NPR?
National Public Radio.
Oh.
It's
like
politics and light jazz.
You have to purposely sound intellectually soft-spoken, taking your time, and by all means, take long pauses. It's like this. Today's topic, we're going to talk about sex in the morning. That's NPR. Sex in the morning.
I can't even do a voice like that.
I think the thought of it is fantastic. I know every man thinks about it in the morning.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's like what everybody thinks sex in the morning is, and then on the other hand, there's like what sex in the morning really is.
Yeah. Like in movies, it's like amazing. And you're just like, oh yeah. Can't wait to wake up next to you and have sex in the morning. And then you wake up. You wake up and you realize neither of you have brushed your teeth.
Yes.
You need a shower because you didn't take one last night because you passed out in bed. You're like, let's wait till tonight. What do you think? Let's rent Bird Box and wait till tonight.
Let's feel good about our mortality and then have some sex. You know, it's like they frame it in this like one night stand. The guy or the girl's getting up, getting ready. The other one's waking up slowly, but comfortably in the white pillowcase, white bed sheets, white comforter.
Oh yeah.
Only one leg showing, everything else is covered. Look at Gabe. He's like, "Here's all this last night." And like he's getting dressed, and they're like, "That was awesome." Was it really? He just got out of bed. She just turned around and woke up. You know darn well that when they get back up, there's that scene where they get up in each other's faces, where their noses are touching, and they're like, "That was great. That was fantastic." Yes. And they're like breathing.
She always wakes up like full makeup, like looking
Nothing dripping.
perfect.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Like she
happen.
never sweated a drop after last night. Come on now.
No. They passed out last night.
But still, your face is smearing in the pillow. You're gonna.
Then the pillowcase is still, just about as white as his genetic makeup.
Pretty white. Pretty white. It's almost clear.
Because like in the mornings when you wake up, it's like you either got, some people have a hangover, some people are still dealing with sinuses, and you wake up and you feel like Joe Pesci took a bat to your face, and you turn around and then like your significant other's still asleep, and then guys just are ready, but then like you feel like you just gargled kitty litter.
Oh yeah.
And it's just like the whole concept, the whole thought of it. It's just like, hey, wake up. Wake up. And they do the purpose like they're solid asleep. They're acting like they can't hear that. But if your phone rang, they're going to be like, who was it? I don't know. 6 in the morning just doesn't, you feel like there's a lot of preparation that's still needed.
I mean, you're right. Guys are ready to go at any time. Like I guess, go line, like the line I use when I'm ready to go, like to my wife is, what are you doing? Like that's how romantic I get. Like I'm just like ready to go. Like let's do it. Skip foreplay. Let's get to it. I've got to get to work in the morning.
I feel like it's a complete lie. I think it's a complete and utter fairy tale. And I think it happens very, 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 I don't know. I can't say that. I mean, you can go in there. You could make the other one mad. You can go in there, brush your teeth, and come back fully prepared. And they're going to be like, what? I'm not ready for this yet.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure kids do it.
I hope not.
By kids, I'm talking about 18-year-olds and above. 18 to
Hopefully.
25. But I'm 31 years old and I'm married and I have kids. And ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't work that way.
You never know when they pop in the bedroom.
Exactly.
I mean, they can walk in, Daddy, I'm serious. Oh,
Pause.
I'm gonna go wait for some cereal in the kitchen.
Hold on, let me put your mom's leg down, son. I'm coming. I mean, poor choice of words.
Wait a minute, hold on, Gabe. What's your take on it?
Yeah,
I think it's fantastic, man. Like there's been plenty of times. Well, first off, I don't know how I should word this.
I don't know either.
There's been plenty of times when I've waken up with like a Woody, and I'm like, I'm kind of horny, but I was like, man, actually, I just gotta pee.
What?
So then, like, I'm sorry, and then like I go pee. I'm like, oh, I went away. I'm not, But there's been plenty of times, I've been with my girlfriend, we wake up, and, just caress each other. Kind of like
And make some pancakes.
Make some pancakes in the morning, That's
Some flapjacks.
that's the good way to start the day.
I mean, no doubt. Like, it's an excellent way to start the day. I'm just saying it doesn't happen for me.
Yeah, it's just not like I mean, I'm not gonna say it's always gonna happen for me, but it's happened for me, a couple times.
See, me and my wife, we crawl out of bed looking for our coffee pot.
Oh, I'd be
That's
the
what
same
we're
way.
looking for. We're like on hands and
yeah.
knees, trying to, with bird boxing it with our eyes shut. We're like, we can't even open our eyes. Like, we don't even want to take the blindfold off till we have coffee.
I gotta be at work at 7 in the morning. I wake up at 6:30. I live a 15-minute drive away from work. That leaves me 15 minutes to take a shower and get dressed and out the door.
When do you
When I get to work on their time, bro. What are you talking about?
I can't do that, man. Like I have to get up 30 minutes before anybody else does because I like to sit down, look at the news, check my Twitter feeds. I like to be able to decompress and decompress.
You want to decompress after you wake up? Like, shouldn't you do that before you go to sleep?
No, I decompress my bowels.
Oh, that
Yeah,
kind of
I'm decompressing. Like,
Okay.
nothing works. I'm that guy who doesn't need coffee.
He is not lying. You are the most morningest morning person I've ever met. I lived with him for a little bit.
I don't mean
and
to.
it's disgusting. It irritates the out of me.
But there's a reason why I can't do sex first thing in the morning. Because the moment I sit up, I get up and sit at the edge of the bed, and I give my wife fair warning. I'm like, hey, are you going to get up to go pee? I'm giving her a head start. She has an opportunity. If she don't hear me, that's not my fault. That is her and her bladder's fault. She's got an opportunity to get up, and I give her fair warning. If she inclines to stay in bed, that's good, because then I'm going to go in there, and for 30 minutes, there's no bathroom in that house. It's done. Because the moment I stand up, it is time.
Yes.
I mean, if I get to the bathroom before, I mean, there's been times where I've had to check my Twitter in the hallway because I can't even get. I had to stop, to kind of like the butt clench.
The clench, yeah.
Yeah, man. There's just no way, and I'm farting like all. It's like I don't know what's going on down there, but it's like if there's a union mandated break throughout the night. It's the moment I wake up. There's like they flip the switch and everything's back to work, man.
When you said that, like, I just picture you standing up in the morning and like Pat Sajak coming out of your closet and being like, "It's time."
Yeah, dude. I need a toilet and I need it right there. And then I'm sorry, and then there are just some that my wife can hear from the bed, and if there was the prospect of sex, it's done. It's like over. I mean, she's like, whatever. It's not happening. You know what I mean? I mean, 3 flushes, a lot of sound effects, and none of them are from my phone. No. And then you can't help but get out of there smelling like something. Okay, I'm for real. I'm done. All right, Gabe, let's go. Oh, hold on. We got to wait for Jared.
Oh, yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. We will see you next time. Adios.
Adios.
Goodbye.
Adios. Who has to have the last word? Seriously, Gabe?
Me.
Ah, damn it.